So, starting this turn over again, I had to think about what I was gonna do for a bit and talk with the Bakemono King. So, just on the turn I was gonna make my end move, I of course got cut off. So we need to talk about that for a minute. Fights are happening. Do I even need to say anything about any of them? Honestly, a lot of back forth happened. This was an important fight. I mean, it's fairly one-sided, but it was important. Anyway, Bakemono Generals, Raven of the Underworld, Summer Lions, all kinds of stuff going on. So why do I see two fights of Oni versus Zabalba? You probably already know. Alright, so here's what's happening. He managed to take both of them on the same turn. And he managed to squat significant armies on them. And I still have a nap with him, so I can't attack. Although this would end the game. I'm actually fairly confident that my generals, with the equipment I've saved, could wipe this army fairly easily. But particularly when they've got the big guy supporting them over here. But we've got a nap, so we won't be fighting until for turn 55. If I didn't declare war on him, it would probably be super suspicious. Because we're not going to fight him. He's just going to take whatever he wants. Look, here's my read. I know I'm terribly inexperienced still, but I got to do the best I can with the read I can make. The read I have is, Relay fought a war with 3 players at once, and won handily, and his army is only getting seemingly larger. There's no winning. If he takes this throne, which he's already said he needs to take this throne, he's going to take this throne. Once he has that throne, he only needs these 2 to win the game. He's not going to go all the way underground and fight for these. That would be way out of his way. No, he'd just take these 2 off me and it'd be done. So I need one more throne. Just one. And this is my pick. Multiple turns to prepare. Giant armies. These are locked down. Maybe I could take them, but I don't think I can. My biggest hope, I don't have a scout here, but my biggest hope is to do what nobody expects. I don't know, maybe they expect it. Maybe there's a huge army there waiting. I don't know. I don't have information on it, but this may or may not be defended. This 100% will be defended specifically against my army. So, what we're going to do, we're going to of course take the fort, and then all of my guys here are going to skedaddle over to the Great Woods. We're going to put a lab here so we can equip our guys, and then we're going to jump into the water. We are going to be creating air pills. This is the best I can do. I might be able to squeak out a few water rings to get some extra generals in there. I need to confirm something very important, though. The water pills only transport 75 units of size. Is this 5? Or is this 8? This is a size 5 unit, but it's also a size 5 and a size 3 unit put together. This is actually very important, and I'll have to get the answer on that by testing it on another file. Either way, we're still doing the same thing. I'm stacking the gate cleavers, I'm pushing as many guys as I possibly can in, and I can continue shoving more guys in as the pills are made. He is going to make a play for me. He is going to take a throne. He cannot trust that the Bakemono Lord can hold. So he will definitely declare war on me, I'm sure. That's the play. And damn, do I wish I had taken this tile last turn. Oh, do I wish I had landed here last turn. Now, it's still possible, though unlikely, but still within the realm of possibility that Zabalba pushes him off this tile, in which case I'd immediately pounce. But I don't think that's going to happen. And that one he's definitely not being dislodged from. That's a lot of things. Even if most of them are soulless and, you know, other undead, that's just a lot of things. I also know that these two signed a nap. So these two are out. So, yeah, when he's like, oh yeah, no, we can totally fight, we could totally... There's no winning this, dude. I'm not gonna be lured in by the siren song of together we can beat Relay. There's no hope. It's impossible. As I've already pointed out, he has a very easy path to victory, and I have no reason to believe I could hold out where 3 other players failed. Not when I barely understand what I'm doing. Still. We've still got some good things to try to hold territory with. We'll make a few changes. This is okay. This is still okay for marching these down there. I really want to summon a whole bunch more of these. I've been thinking I want to use these as bodyguards. I think that would be really freaking cool to use these as bodyguards. And I've been wanting to summon more of them, because what else am I going to do with these? But we can't summon many of them, particularly when my units have been in motion lately. But we'll definitely start summoning more. And I'll put the ones I got down. Now, I'm actually going to take most of these guys out next turn. I'm actually going to take most of these guys out next turn, and as I said, most of them are just going to stealth over here. The armies that are going to be sitting in the castle are going to be this odd collection of stuff, and this. Now, the other thing I can bring down, I'm not solely limited to water pills. I have a second stealth option that can go through. I also don't have to limit myself entirely to stealth options. I can send a whole bunch of mechanical men. Once I stealth to the Emerald Lake, I can then march an army of mechanical men through Andoria. So I'm probably going to turn all of these over to the Great Woods, except for... it's going to be hard to do mechanical men. I don't want him seeing the mechanical men marching around to here. That's a problem. I might have to figure something out. This guy can lead a lot of magical beings. He could pick up the mechanical men. That actually might not be a bad idea at all. I might have him do it. Anyway, we're going to want the dwarves to be over here, so they can mass produce just mechanical men and then shove them that way. I don't know that I can break the fort in the Emerald Lake in one turn, even with the Gate Smashers. Oh, right, the other units that can go into water. Anything undead. And I do have a stealth undead, actually. These. They can even go through walls. I don't really know how good they are, because I haven't really used them, but you're not gonna be able to, you're not gonna be able to spook them very easily. Yeah. I don't know, they seem disruptive. They seem useful. If I get a whole bunch of them in the water, I think that would help a lot. They're, not exactly great for breaking down walls, but they can definitely play a part. I think I just use the vans to take the PD, then I rush the ghosts in, and take this tile. So this tile falls the same turn I go in here, and we just try to rush a ton of stuff. I don't know. Depends on how quickly I can do it. It all depends on the element of surprise. That's what this all comes down to. If I fail here, the game's over for me. And I might as well just hand it over, because we're going to invest everything in this. Terracotta can go underwater. Not demons, though. So, we could also use terracotta here. Anyway, it's going to be mostly about shifting as much as I can. Obviously, this can teleport down there, and we'll have to claim the throne. This guy doesn't get to go. He claims this throne, and he's pretty much done his job. So, we take this, he stays behind, he runs. I need the strongest anti... we'll patrol, of course. But we'll want the strongest anti-assassin stuff we can get. This would make an excellent bodyguard. The gelatinous cubes make excellent bodyguards. I think I'd like a large number of these ghosts to stealth away as well. Yeah, I think so. Gonna be a bit tricky. Gonna be a bit tricky. Let's see, how many mechanical horrors we got here? We got some. We got some stuff. That moved 20. Okay. Oh, I see. You only need to get as far as the bulwark, then. Alright. Alright, we need to get at least one mage here to build a lab. Some of these guys are going to stay behind. The ones with levels to come with me. I don't know, bring a bunch of guys. Some of these guys need to stay behind to forge air pills. These two, I guess... Where's the other veil? Oh well. These two are probably just gonna summon some stealth units, I guess. Or not stealth unit. Well, actually they are stealthy. God, I wish I could bring them down here to me. You know what? Maybe you guys go down here. Maybe we can summon a bunch of Fae in this forest. Maybe. Could happen. Maybe it'll even turn frosty for us if we're real lucky, because Illwinter is still in play. Not that I need Unseelie anymore anyway, but hey, it's a thing. So yeah, oh, don't do that. I'll just mix around my troops a bit. I think these ogres and all are fine to use defensively. We do have to hold these. And we may or may not... I don't know, we'll see what I do. Well, you can just keep searching. I'm probably going to convert everything into air so I can make a lot of air pills. When is the turn before the strike? So, we're looking at how many turns we're looking. Take this. 1, 2, 3. We're looking at 4 turns before I can strike. He's going to be hitting me in 2. So he'll be taking a whole bunch of stuff. And you know he's probably filled my land with Bakemono already. Or will very soon. So yeah. 4 turns I'd say, and then we're here. Nothing bad, I can't risk this guy in anything. Nothing bad can be allowed to happen to him. Because he has to claim a throne. I don't know how we fare against a giant army of this kind of stuff. Particularly if we're softened beforehand. I don't remember putting you over here. Why are you here? Oh, right, you're part of this. Yes, of course. Oh, yes, we were totally sieging up here. No, we're not. We're not even gonna pretend. I need you down here. Yep, we need our defenses down here. Tell me, interestingly, no, you can't go into water. I may or may not bring these underwater too. They're not stealthy, so they'll just have to march, but we might do it. They're very expensive, but they're very strong. Yeah. Anyway, that's what's going on here. If it wasn't for the nap, I would win this turn. But I wasn't expecting him to sit on both of them this turn. Man, I wish I'd moved last turn. I really wish I'd moved last turn. Oh well. Oh well. So, things didn't go quite the way I was expecting. Last turn, Valet did not end our nap, nor did he end it this turn. This is awkward. Because if I were to end the nap, he would know exactly what I'm planning to do, which would spoil the whole thing. So, now I have to think about what to do. So over here, let's take a moment to look at what we're up against. So, Summer Lions. Interesting and troublesome. But not too troublesome. Let's see, the Soulless are definitely a wall for us. But with the horse attacking, the rider attacking, and the flying trident attacking, yeah, each guy would be making 4 attacks, and these things would just kinda get mowed down pretty quick. These have bows. These are a problem for me. These are a real problem for me. Even if I put up air shields, that's a turn I spend casting air shield, but while I'm bogged down fighting other things, they'll rain these on me. These will never hit me. These will never hit me. So those are my thoughts on what we're looking at. Where is his generals? Can I find them? It would sure help if I knew exactly what his generals had. Huh. Well, this thing isn't so big a deal, honestly. but it can cast some nasty death spells, which could be a big deal. Am I just unable to... Okay. That's not what I'm looking for, though. I don't see it. You know they're in here somewhere. Okay, here's one. You can tell because it's got the horned helmet. Okay, these are what your generals look like. Okay, I don't need to fear that. I'm not seeing any equipment on them other than some food boost. This is fine. Okay. We don't know where his super warriors are, his thugs. Alright, we took the fortress. Nothing to say. Time to move those guys out. One way or the other. Huh, this must be what the frost battles look like. Illwinter is still in play, at least for now. At least for one more turn. Free Nature Lab. Lack of supplies, let that wizard go. Well, regardless of what happens, you can't stay here. You're getting out. As are you. As are you. Grabbing just a few guys to get out of here. We have another option, though. We do have another option, which is worth considering. Let me just empty these guys real quick. Okay, let's see. So this all should be relatively straightforward now, right? Okay. I'll sort these into proper military units later. The important thing is that these guys are now empty, so they can move. Although, if I want to oh, there's no lab here. Oh, that's the first thing we have to fix. This has to have a lab. Alright. This, the throne, boost our defense. Climb the throne. I'm clicking here. Boost our defense by 3. Hydromancers might be nice. Okay, second task. We absolutely must have a lab here. Would have allowed us to trapeze around, potentially, but whatever. Okay. So this is the big one. I can move here, here. We're gonna then sneak. We can go over the frozen river as long as Illwinter's in play. 1, 2, theoretically, 3, 4, 5. feels like such a trap not seeing units there. This is 200 guys, though. Very much worth bringing, right? Other option. Option B. I turn all of these right around to here, and we just jump. We just jump next turn. Do we want to bring 200 guys, plus as many ghosts as we can with us? Or do we want to just jump? I don't know how big of an army he's got, where it is. I'm very tempted to take the jump. I would have this guy. I could slap on a couple of things on him. Slap a couple of things on him. It's tough. Some of these things could go under the sea. Food supplies are kind of limited here, but we can fix that too. Wish I had brought a boar with me. You were supposed to go here to build a lab here. You know what? I don't really care what you do right now. This is a real question. Or do we not jump? Do we jump or do we not jump? Let's push everything up here. It's at the very limit, but that's not necessarily... For here, we could summon a bunch of stuff. And then... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 of these guys jumping down onto this time with my pretender. The pretender would be hampered by candles, but still he'd be there. 23 of them. Do you think he can handle 23 of them? We have, for the average of them, what could the average soldier do in this case? Given a couple gems, you could summon 2 Phantasmal Warriors for 100 fatigue. I don't like that very much. 2? That's the best you got? So, Mist Form. I think Air Shield is mandatory against this guy. Maybe a Blur. This is one warrior illusion. This is a phantasmal warrior. I need to look up the difference between those two. This is interesting. If I flung out a whole bunch of bewilderments. Effect caster? Hold on. This is a buff. This isn't a one-time thing. This is a buff. This might be what we... yeah. This might be very, very good. Okay, add Shroud of Bewilderment. Okay. We can do that. And... this is good. They might cast this on their own while fighting, right? That might just be useful. Okay, because I think touch spells they'll sometimes cast randomly. While in melee, maybe? I think. I'm not entirely sure. I need to look up Phantasmal Warriors, but I think what we're doing is we're going to want everybody to cast Shroud on themselves. Mistform, Air Shield, Blur, and Shroud. Now, assuming that I add the Throne to the mix, the average soldier is going to have a 25 plus the Blur. We'll just call that a 27. Won't work against undead, of course. But the Glamour, the undead aren't really a threat. The Air Shield is very important because the archery is a problem for them. Hold on. We're gonna have a few gate cleavers in play. That's gonna make a difference. It should be the average one. More or less should be this. Okay. This is what we're looking at. The horse, gonna have pretty good defense. Luck, you're already blurred even without me casting that. Maybe I won't cast blur, I don't know. Elemental attacks could be a huge problem for us. Like a huge problem for us if we didn't have our army with us and just went in like this. But we'd all receive the Bless, so we're all got Twisted Fate. We're all got Fear. Yeah, it's 3. So add that plus 3. Wait a minute. Invulnerability doesn't matter. Withering Weapons. Yeah, that matters. Okay. I'll basically be pushing 30 defense. I don't think... At the blur. Aside from arrows, I don't know what his actual sacred ogres look like. I imagine they're going to be very strong, but aside from them, I don't know what they can do against this. The horse could be taken down. The horse is the vulnerable point. But if they're attacking each other at random on top of everything else, it seems like my average... That's not even a powerful guy. That's an average one. the people who have a bunch of XP going for them are only going to push that defense considerably higher. Next question. You. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys whom I believe are capable of Valkyries. That's a hefty fatigue cost, so that's gonna knock them out. However, that's a whole bunch of Valkyries that could be added on round 1. They would then wake up and cast it again, doing another batch. That would be the only contribution they'd make to the battle. But I don't think there's anything else from death that is particularly useful. I mean, we could make them extra scary. I mean, that's actually, there's some value to that, maybe. But no, I think that's the play. So, we could squeeze 14 Valkyries out of each of them using some air gems. 1, 2, 3, 4. 40. How about that? About 56 Valkyries dropped on them. Some of these guys will just hold mirrors of illusions and spam infinite illusions. Most of them will be geared up with fear battling. I could punch from... I don't have to go down the center lane. I can set my army to punch up here, told to attack back. And I can set a few over here. Now, he likes to put his guys in the middle, so that might not do much, but if we got around his undead, I mean, at least we'd be hitting his troops with fear and breaking them up. The alternative is to wait an extra, 4 turns? Give him 4 turns to position his armies. And, not get caught sneaking through his lands, and the river not thawing, otherwise we'd have to go through here where he'd probably catch me. So the river would have to stay frozen, which means Illwinter would have to stay in play, which is, not very likely. But I'd be able to bring 200, plus I could summon a hell of a lot of ghosts. The paralyzing ghosts. I'm going all in. I'm going all in. All. ALL. If this doesn't work, I guess I lose the game. I've been playing this particular game for like, what, a month? And it all comes down... I mean, I'll still have Vans, a whole game's worth of those, so I'll still have something. But this is really... Doggone it, game. I hate that it keeps dragging me to my pretender while I'm trying to make moves. If I don't click precisely here, it clicks here and takes me to him, and that's very annoying. Alright, we have a little bit of cash. That's fine. That actually won't be able to jump with us. What we should be doing is forging as many items as possible. And the item we need most is... Wish I could make wind boosters for those guys. That would help. I kind of feel like it's the luck pendants. I kind of feel like I need more luck pendants. I wish I could craft items here. I would love to craft items here. How do you not have a lab on that? But that's life. I don't have a lab there. You can actually make it? Okay. Then you three are going to be added. Okay, that gives me 3 more guys over there. Alright, that's good. You have no way to get over there, so you're just gonna keep going this way. If all else fails, we'll have to continue fighting the game out. And hope that I can find another opportunity to do something. So, from here I'm just gonna craft items as best I can with what I have, to see how much I can squeak out. Which item do you think is most valuable? Well, I really do think luck is very, very big deal. Your defense of 22 is boosted by 4 points by this stupid Buckeye shield. It's that good. Now, some of that's the parrying, of course, but, I mean, those 21 protections, pretty good parries. I guess the weightless shield is the most important item. The broadsword here, length 115, 19. 3, 16, 18 in magic. And it should do extra electrical damage as well. That's a pretty good item. That's pretty good. Definitely could argue for that being the second most valuable. But this hits twice for 19. That's 2 extra attacks around. And then this is 75% chance if you would die, you don't. A lot of things that, you know, with his Oni and his big heavy units, anything that would hit me would kill me. The luck says, no, it didn't even hit you. 75% of the time. The horse, however, the horse will probably take a hit, get messed up, before the luck starts being in play. So, there's an argument to be made. I think luck, shield, trident, spear. I think that's the order of operations here. So, let's see how many shields we can craft. Air gems are the premium. This is bad. I'm going to need a lot of air gems to do this jump. I can convert a lot of things into air gems. Oh no! Do you two not have a... Oh, they don't have a lab here. Really? Okay. I am limited. I would rather have another guy than another magic item, so you're gonna jump. Okay, well, this is how it is. You cannot craft the shield. So that brings us to the trident and the luck pendant. Wait, no, wait, not ritual spell. I meant forge! Alright, we get 2 more luck pendants, and I'm afraid that's kinda it. Man, I wish I hadn't moved down here. I thought I was gonna go for this, but 3 turns after the nap, and I don't know when the nap's gonna end, so, you know, we'll just go the other way. We might still end up down that way, who knows, but if I lose this jump, but we're gonna go all in on this jump. Alright, what can you forge that would help? Feels like a waste to have you making a pendant of luck, honestly, but I'm gonna get a death item that screams, man, we'd be so much better with one of these. I already have several of these. They do seem so good. They do seem so good. You can also make this funny lance that shoots out solar rays. Shame it doesn't affect demons with the solar rays. It's not a bad idea. Starfire's, on the other hand, hits 3. I could have a guy who's just holding this and shooting out starfires. Alternately, I could give somebody this shield. It's gonna hurt them a little bit in some ways, but it would provide some more stuff. What the hell? We'll make 1. You know what? Depending on how I split the army, I'll put another one of these in play. Yeah, we'll go with another one of those. Those seem good, right? And that leads me with a whole bunch of... Okay, so we do have a second option for a spear. So right now we're using the broadsword, 1-1-1 with a 6. I can make this 2-1-3 with a 7. So, it's a bit longer, it's, you know, armor piercing. I don't know how much better that really is. But, I don't know, magic damage is always better than non-magical damage, right? I could definitely manufacture those. Or... let's start with you. Unseen sword. Oh, I have this thing! Oh, this is so interesting! I want that! Yeah! I've been wanting to try this. Why don't we put a couple of those into play? Okay, we're not going to get any more of those, though. Alright, what else are our options? Good question. You have a ton of stuff you're just not allowed to forge here. You're not allowed to forge much of anything. You have 3 earth. There's got to be something that gets you. We could give someone the Axe of Sharpness. This is good. The Sword of Sharpness. The Sword of Sharpness is fine. We might make a bunch of Swords of Sharpness. That actually might be a very useful component to have. Oh! Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to convert some gems. I'll turn some water into earth. I think that's the play, though, is Swords of Sharpness. I think that's our play here. There's another guy who can't forge a lot of things. How about a Moonblade? Random! In the midst of everything else, we have it's got 5 defense. Holy shit, this is the thing. A Moonblade! I'm gonna forge a couple Moonblades. Alright, anyway, you guys get the idea.